Dinosaur Adventure Land in Lenox, Alabama. It is December the 29th. Tomorrow at what, 5:30, we go back live on TikTok or something? Yeah, we're going to be on a bunch of different channels. We believe God should get the glory for his creation. You can follow us on Rumble, on Genesis Baptist Church on YouTube, on Odyssey, on TikTok, and Facebook, and where else are we now?
A lot of places.
Huh?
A lot of places.
A lot of places. Go to Dr.Dino.com. Check them all out. Okay. In case they shut us off on one, we'll keep going on another one. All right. Come visit Dinosaur Adventure Land. See all the babies. What was the new baby we had born today? Another lamb? That was 3 days ago.
2 goats.
2 goats. Yeah. Kids on the tour love to go in there. Did you kids get to hold the baby goats and all that? Yeah, I love that. Okay. Come on down. See our Dinosaur Adventure Land. It's all free. Let's see. DrDino.com is our website, and you can check us out on there. We've been open 7.72 years for free, and because people support our ministry. If you want to do that, donation right there, Genesis Baptist Church. Okay. Tonight, the hen and chick plant. There's a plant called the hen and chick. How many have never heard of that one before? You're going to see these tonight and wonder how on earth did this evolve the ability to make babies the way it makes babies. Usually I do with some kind of animal. This plant's amazing. We've given hundreds of tours to 25,000 visitors from all 50 states and 75 now foreign countries. We've had 7 side-by-sides donated since most of them are 2017, 2018 models, so they're 7 years old. We sold 2 and got 2 old Jeeps. All of our tour vehicles are wearing out. Well, I wear them out, okay. Our 98 model Jeep is always in the shop for repairs. Got to fix something on it. Let's see. Mike, is there hope for that one?
There is.
There's hope. If we put about 10,000 into it, it'd be worth about $800.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yep. What is it, only 26 years old? Our 2007 Jeep normally is the one I give tours in. We have an awful time getting that thing started. Can't dare shut it off, okay? I just paid $2,100 today for a new drive shaft to the front axle, $2,100. Anyway, it has many holes in the roof, and I'm not going to complain. I'm just telling you this is what we got to work with. We've had 2 Jeep Commanders donated to us, a 08 and a 09. We're going to sell those for $5,000 or $4,000 and try to get another Honda side-by-side. Here's our 2017 Honda side-by-side. Has been the most reliable we've got, but it's only a 5-passenger instead of 6, and there's no bed. If you've got the back seat up, you can't haul anything. Got tons of miles on it, but runs great. New Honda Pioneer, seat 6, has a full-size bed, $24,500. Jackson Honda, I stopped by there 2 days ago when I was going to get the ton bag of corn for the critters. $24,000. I said, how much is it to put a heater in there? He said, oh, another $4,000 to put a heater kit in there. They got to redo something, or I don't know, new wobulator shaft or something. Anyone want to end of the year write off for tax donation? Give me a call right away. 855 BIG-DINO extension 3. We could put your name on the side. This vehicle donated by, in memory of somebody, if you'd like. We'd like to get another vehicle to give tours in. Lots of people will get saved because of these tours we give. Okay, coming to you live from Genesis Baptist Church. Solomon said, go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. How did he know to say her? All the worker ants are female. A lot of new Bible versions have consider its ways. Oh no, King James is right. Throw the rest of them away or put them on the shelf and mark poison and stay with the King James, okay? So what about the ants? Why should we consider an ant? 12,000 kinds of ants. He said, consider the lilies. Why should we consider lilies? 2,000 kinds of lilies. Well, there's things to learn from nature that'll draw you closer to the Lord. He said, consider the ravens. Why should we consider them? They don't worry about their food. God always supplies right on time. So why would anyone think anything living and making babies? If you stop and analyze them, you'd quickly realize this thing had to have a creator. You would realize how stupid evolution is. It's a stupid religion. Not scientific, it's a religious worldview, evolution, okay? There's all kinds of ways animals reproduce, sexually, asexually, but this one tonight I think you're going to find very interesting. God said they would bring forth after their kind. That's all anybody has ever seen in the history of the world. Everything about this religion takes place in the imagination. But just imagine, if you went back millions of years, just imagine, it's SpongeBob, okay? It's dumb, real dumb, okay? I'll debate any of you evolutionists on this. Let's see, 1,000 different kinds of mangoes might have had a common ancestor called a mango. 7,000 apples might have had a common ancestor called an apple. So help us stay open if you'd like what we're doing around here at drdino.com. Let's see. Donations go to CSE, Creation Science Evangelism, or call my wife, Sandra, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 1, and say, how do I do this? Because I don't know. Get our video series on science in the Bible. I don't know how many total of these series we've put out in 42 languages. It's getting close to 20 million, I think. We just want to get the whole world saved. Okay, that's all. Christmas gift, we did all that. Okay. Do my book series on what on earth is about to happen, or the video series, the book, or the charts on that topic. So God said he blessed them. Be fruitful and multiply. It's a blessing to be able to have babies. Family called me yesterday, 16 kids. Got 4 married off, 8 grandkids. They want to all come down and visit Dinosaur Adventure Land. I said, come on down. That'd be a blast, wouldn't it? I'd have 3 cabins, put them in there. What's the family tomorrow coming with, 11? Yeah. Come on down. It's free. What do you want? Okay. That's not free to me. I got to pay for everything. But let's see. God blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply. It's a blessing. Be fruitful, multiply. When they got off the ark, God said, Noah, go have a bunch of kids. Be fruitful and multiply. So it starts off the Bible. God made them male and female. By the way, that's all there's ever been. Still are. Yep. Sorry. Not 27 different genders or 97 or whatever it is. There's 2. Okay. Male and female, male and female. It's all through the Bible. Male and female. You can read it for yourself. Okay. I think God in his infinite wisdom gave not only the command to make babies, he made the equipment and the drive necessary to do that. And he made an amazing variety of ways just so evolutionists would look stupid on Judgment Day. And you're going to look real stupid. I'm sorry. There's no kind way to tell you. You're going to look dumb for believing it all happened. So my theory is God made these amazing varieties of ways, not only varieties of animals and plants, but varieties of ways they reproduce, just so there'll be no excuse Judgment Day. Everybody's going to say, wow, it had to be designed, didn't it? Yeah, because it was. Okay, Solomon said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Let me go back to, right here. I forgot to hit the number here. Slide number 165, enter. Okay, hi, I'm a hen and chick plant. My creator made me. If you think I evolved from nothing for no reason, with no designer, you need to go back to school and learn some real science. Tonight, we're going to study how the hen and chick plant makes babies. All atheists are invited to explain how this unusual method evolved. I predict none of you will. This is number 51 now, guys. I've given you 51 targets to shoot at. Name give scientific explanation for how this evolved. God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit whose after his kind, whose seed was in itself upon the earth. And it was so. So God is claiming that he did it. He made the plants and he made them with the seed able to reproduce themselves. God's taking the credit. He says he did it. You atheists don't want to give God that credit. You think it just happened. Okay, let's hear your story. How did it just happen by chance? The seed was in itself. And all this happened on the 3rd day. Okay, the Bible's real clear on that, Genesis chapter 1. Then on the 5th day, God made all the animals. He lived the living creatures, okay? So the hen chick plant, also known as hen widdies in the southern United States. It's a common name for a group of succulent plants. They belong to the flowering plant family Crassulucea, native to southern Europe and North Africa. How many have ever seen these kind of plants before? There are hundreds of varieties of them, and they have a variety of ways of reproducing. If they can't find a partner, they just make babies without them. How did that evolve? Let's see. They arrange themselves around each other in a rosette, propagating by offsets. The hen is the main, and the mother plant. The chicks are a flock of offspring, which start as tiny buds on the main plant and soon sprout their own roots. Leaves of the hen and chick have been used as herbal remedies for many years. Freshly pressed leaves may act as a substitute to aloe vera for wounds, such as low-severity burns, sores, and insect bites. Extracts from leaves have been shown to have some antimicrobial and antioxidant properties. Higher levels of antioxidant compounds are produced after long-term stresses such as soil drought. So if the plant hasn't had any rain for a while, it's even more valuable as medicine. They called them semper vivum, plant. There's all kinds of varieties. Hundreds of different hen and chick plants others have been bred by botanists to achieve weird and wonderful colors or shapes. Sometimes they put off a little stem that goes up and have a bunch of flowers. Sometimes they just put off a bunch of babies right off the stem. I remember now, guys, I would like a simple explanation, scientifically backed up, how this evolved. There are 40 species of flowering plants in this family, known as house leeks. Other common names include live forever, because the DNA just keeps getting passed on. They seem to live forever. Okay, the mother hen puts off 500 chick babies, and then mama dies, but all the chicks really came right off of her stem. They call it the live forever plant. Let's see. Hen and chicks, a name shared with plants of other genera as well. They are succulent perennials, forming mats composed of tufted leaves and rosettes. There we go. Supervivum cobweb buttons. These have like a little bitty cobweb on the tip of the flower, tip of the leaf. Sometimes they put off a little shoot, grows to a new plant, puts down its own roots, and it's independent from mama. Each plant grows for several years before flowering. Their hermaphrodite flowers, means they're both male and female, have first a male stage, then the stamens curve themselves and spread away from the carpels at the end of the flower, so self-pollination is rather difficult. How did that evolve that now? For millions of years, they all got it wrong. The color of the flowers is reddish, yellowish, pinkish, or seldom whitish. The flowers are antimicrobial, or actinomorphic, like a star, and have more than 6 petals. After flowering, the plant dies, usually leaving many offsets it has produced during its life. There we go. Mama plant putting off a whole bunch of babies. See, for millions of years, they didn't do that, and they all died. They all died. None of them lived for millions of years. How can you atheists look at this kind of stuff and think it happened by chance, no designer, no reason? It just happened. Millions of years, blind, random chance. Yep, nobody made that. This one puts off the babies in the middle. Some put off the babies on the side. There's some up in somebody's roof taking over a little cluster here. Some of the countries say it's good luck when one of these grows on your roof. I don't believe in luck too much, but types of hen and chicks succulents. How many types are there? That's a pretty one. That one came around 18.7 million years ago. I believe that one evolved, if I recall. This one's 21 million years ago. Oh, remember that one, yeah. How about that? All coming off of one. You can go buy them. Here they are. £2.05 each, unless priced otherwise. All these varieties came from nothing, from nowhere, for no reason. They grow in different regions. Generally, they don't handle the cold real well. Some do. There's the mama plant, put off a whole bunch of babies. And now she'll die, and all the babies keep going, growing in a piece of pottery. Yes, hen and chick succulents spread. Mother hen throws out whole new plants on stems to root independently into the ground. Over the course of a few years, this creates a mat of rosette succulents that flower, preserve the soil, and barely need any attention. There's a bunch of them growing around a rock. Put up a big tall stem on this one. They've got quite a variety of ways that they reproduce. This one's called the iceberg sempervivum. Wow. So these plants produce by seeds or by sending off chicks from the hen plant. You evolution believers and God deniers believe all these plants came from a dot of near nothing exploding 13.772 years ago. That's what your textbooks say. You believe that? You further believe they evolved from a rock. Remember, it rained on the rocks for millions of years, turned them into soup, and the soup came alive 3.6 billion years ago. Yeah, you believe that. Question, evolutionists, do you believe you are related to a chicken and hen plant? Do you really not see the hand of an amazing designer in these plants and the way they make babies? You ever feel stupid for being fooled into believing this evolved from nothing for no reason? Do they ever feel stupid? I try to help you feel that way because you should, because you're stupid for believing that happened by chance. No kind way to say it. Are you ready to quit pretending that you're smart for believing in evolution? Some of you have been educated way beyond your intelligence. You got brainwashed in what you did into believing a dumb theory. Stop and think about it. You ready to quit pretending there's no God and call on him for his free gift of salvation? Any plant or animal or insect or bird in the world is impossible for any of you to explain how they evolved and how they make babies. It's all impossible. You can't do it. That's why I've had 51 targets now, and you missed them all. Come on, you guys, you brave evolutionists. Let's hear it. How did this evolve? Step by step. Why the symmetry? Don't you think it'd be kind of random ugly if it didn't have a designer? Anyway, short session tonight. Give you a quick target to make. The hen and chick plant. How did that learn to make babies? Any questions or comments there, brother? What was the animal killed by God in Genesis? Revelation reveals the answer. It was first-born lamb after creation. I would agree. He clothed them with coats of skins. Adam and Eve, when they sinned, they made fig leaf aprons. By the way, they made aprons. God made them coats. Not only out of a different material, a lamb had to die, but to show God's idea of modesty is a little different than man's idea of modesty. Okay? Apron compared to a coat. But go ahead. Good point. I suspect it was a lamb also. All right. Let's see. The Bible doesn't say, though. Centurion. Question for Kent. Could the reason that all the dating methods are so wrong is that they are designed to measure old material, but the material being dated is too young for these methods? You might want to go to ICR.org, Institute for Creation Research, ICR.org. They've got lots of articles on all the different radiometric dating methods and the problems associated with them. All of the dating methods are based on some very, very obvious assumptions. I use the illustration. If you came into a room and found a candle burning on a table, and I asked you the question, how long has it been burning? When was it lit? You say, I don't know. Now, we can measure how tall it is, and we can measure how fast it burns, and I can tell you when it'll go out. I can't tell you when it was lit, unless I assume to know how tall it was. Has it not been affected by any breeze or anything? Has the rate of burn always remained constant? You can't possibly know those things. With carbon-14 dating or potassium argon or rubidium strontium or lead-208, lead-206, they're all based on the assumption that you know how much was in it when it started, which you don't know, and it's always burned at the same rate, which you can't prove. So I covered that on video number 7 of my creation seminar series. Get $50 for the whole thing and get a bunch of them. You can still get the Christmas special, I think. Give them out to your friends. 10 sets for $300. Give them out to your enemies. Yeah. Take them to your local university and leave them on people's cars. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. They'll get excited. The spirit of nature. Ken, if you noticed, all matter is just vibration and frequency. It makes sense because God spoke everything into existence. The universe is just the sound of God speaking. I've heard that theory. I've never had time to really stop and analyze that. Nobody knows for sure what atoms are, We've never seen one. We see clouds of the electrons and stuff. So could be just vibration. Don't know. All right, next one. Truth, hand, rock stone. What animals eat these plants? I didn't look it up. No, chicken and hen plant. The chickens eat them? Chickens will eat anything. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. What eats them? I've never eaten one. Okay, good question. Don't have an answer. All right. If someone suffers from psychopathy and they are destructive to others, should that destructive person be allowed around God's children? Or should they put somewhere else and hope they repent? Well, this is a tough question. Does the government get involved and say that person is a danger to society? We should lock them up for their own good and for society's good. Those are tough lines to draw sometimes, okay? But you have a right to protect your children, that's for sure. You can tell, if you got somebody who's a psychopath, say, you stay away from my kid, right? You can explain it to them lots of different ways, just verbally or Louisville Slugger. Everybody speaks that language, right? Okay, next question. John, I remember watching the Discovery Channel 30 years ago, and during the Shark Week, the announcer said, millions and millions of years ago, sharks evolved. Its unique design. What unique design? Busted. And evolved from what? Sharks don't have bones except for teeth, and so they find sharks' teeth that are huge. They were much bigger in the past, much bigger. Would fit the Bible narrative that people lived to be 900 before the flood came. If you look at my chart, two of them here. Come on. Okay, before the flood, people lived to be 900 years old. Read Genesis chapter 5. Everything was bigger. They find fossils of just about everything that are huge by today's standards. And of course, they put a sign next to it that says 95 million years ago. Meh, baloney. Okay, next question. Philip, I know what atoms are. Adam Schiff, that's atom, A-T-O-M, not atom. Okay, that's a funny one. Thank you, Philip. That's it. I love your Woe book, super well written. Well, thank you. That book, What on Earth is About to Happen, it was written from prison, unjustly put in there for 9 years. I also did a book series, Why on Earth Did God Let This Happen? This is very helpful. It was one of the most helpful books for me just to write different stories of Bible characters or historical characters. Why did this happen? Why are you reading God's Word? A lot of these start off with the Lord talking to me. Good morning, son. Good morning, Lord. God, I see you're reading my Word. Yes, Lord. Why? Why am I reading your Word? Yes, son. Why are you reading it? Examine your heart. Are you reading it because you feel obligated? What's your motive? You can read all these stories. They're written from prison. Had plenty of time. I tried to use that time wisely. Wrote 37 books and led 800 men to the Lord and earned 2 more doctor's degrees and did 800 Bible studies or 4 Bible studies a day in my room. I tried to answered 8,000 letters. I made my world famous bookmarker. It's going to open a can of worms if I announce that, isn't it, brother? Okay, well, if you'll send a donation enough to cover the postage at least, we will make you a bookmarker with your name. You can't read it unless you look at it real long term. Teaches a great lesson. Some things in life don't make sense unless you look at it God's way, long term. Got my whole name on there. You can't. Can they see that? Have to hold it just right. Kent Hovind. Anyway, we'll make you a bookmarker. Send your name and a couple bucks to cover postage, and we'll send you one. Better yet, buy us a Honda side by side. I'll make you 2 of them. All right, any more, brother?
Coming in last minute.
Very frustrating giving the tour and it breaks down halfway, just like. Okay, Kent, where do you believe the Tower of Babel was? I think it's in Iraq or Iran. I think it's been discovered, if I'm not mistaken. Might want to check people who do that kind of archaeological stuff. Richard Reeves' ministry, R-I-V-E-S. He kind of took over some of Ron Wyatt's material. He would probably know. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. See you Sunday morning for John chapter 4, the woman at the well. What a story. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye.